Hi everyone and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Sharmaine and today I'm going through my October book reads. So I did end up reading 4.5 books. You can tell by that little marker there that I'm not quite all the way through 4.25 books, but I did have to order it, so I had to wait for it to come in. So the ones that I went with from my October spooky reads book video, I guess, was the Asylum series by Madeline Rowe. So that's what that looks like. And it did have 3 in the series. Or I have 3. There's actually a prequel one, and I don't have that, but I would love to read it because honestly, these books were so good. So I'm kind of a fraidy cat. I'm a little bit afraid of like everything that's scary. I also don't like to be jumped out and scared. Like I don't like any of that kind of stuff. So when I was picking my October reads, I was trying to figure out books that I could read that weren't going to scare me too bad. This was a bad choice. These were terrifying. I mean, they're probably not to everybody, but honestly, to me, I was scared. Like I had a nightmare one night. And have you ever seen Friends? And you know that part where like Joey and Rachel are reading books and they end up putting the books in the freezer because they don't want the book to end, or they don't want, like, it's too scary for them. It makes me think of that. Like I could have put it in like a drawer and then like maybe it couldn't have gotten me. And for some reason I kept reading it at night. I do not know what I was thinking there. Like that was not a good choice on my part. So it was, honestly, you guys, it was very scary. So I do have notes here because I actually have like, this is my book journal. It's like my planner. I'm just going to show you the front. So it's called A Novel Companion. And it's by Little Inklings Designs, and she's actually Canadian. So I get her planner. I'm getting like a fancy one for next year because now with having the channel and everything, I'm trying to keep track of more stuff. But I wrote little notes, and you can write like little like reviews and like remind yourself of stuff. So I am looking at my little reviews so I can remind myself of stuff. And I'm trying not to give too much away, but I might end up giving a little bit away because I'm not exactly sure like what the line is on too many spoilers or not enough spoilers, or if I just sound like I'm making something up about the book and like I haven't actually read it. I had a great time reading these. Also, I was terrified, and I'm going to show you guys some stuff on the inside because like they throw in like really scary like photos. So she threw in a whole bunch of these like scary photos, and they would like coincide with what was happening on the page. And yeah, it was pretty scary. It was a pretty scary book. Like there's little things here like this, and they're okay. So I'm gonna get into it and I'm gonna tell you guys my thoughts about it. So there is 3 characters. The main characters are Dan Crawford and then Abby and Jordan. They are high school kids, and they end up going into a program to kind of like see what classes will be like when they go to university or college, I guess. And they go to, I can't even remember what town it was. Sorry guys, I didn't write that down either. But they go to a town and there's like a college there, and they're going to be taking college classes, and they end up like the dorms are closed and they have to stay at like Brookline, which is like this old asylum, and it's kind of like falling apart. Like it's an old abandoned asylum and it's kind of falling apart. So one of my favorite movies is The House on Haunted Hill. And it's about an old asylum, and there's like Dr. Vandecut in it, and it's like from the 90s, and it's terrifying. But I love it. I watch it probably every Halloween. However, it's terrifying and it scares me all the time. And all I could keep thinking in this book was like Dr. Vandecut, Dr. Vandecut. So I kept picturing like this terrifying guy who was like doing experiments on his patients, which, okay, that is a spoiler because like they do talk about that in there. So I might have went too far. So sorry about that, you guys. But it's kind of how, like, is it a ghost story, or is there like something happening and something twisted in the background? So the first one is kind of like about that, and how they get through everything, if they get through everything, not too much of a spoiler, and how they end up becoming friends, which is actually part of my, like, the reason why I like these books so much is because I find them very likable characters and like relatable, and they seem to have like a really good friendship together, the 3 of them. So I really, really enjoyed that. So that's the first one there, is they go to take these classes to see what it's going to be like. And then there's something twists and turns and scary stuff. And in this one, they go back So see, now I might have just wrecked this book for you. I don't know 100% for sure. Like, am I telling you guys too much? I don't know. The survivors go back. Are they survivors? I don't know. See, I'm going too far maybe. I don't know. I don't know how to edit this, so you guys are going to see a lot of this tearing myself back and forth because I'm not 100% sure what I should be telling you or not. But they do go back to the town. They try and figure out what happened like the first time they were there, and there's like some more twists, and they get to stay in the dorm, and it's kind of like it has like a carnival in it. I want to see if I can find some of the weird carnival shots for you guys, because it was kind of neat, like, but also incredibly terrifying. Yeah, so like this. So there's stuff like this. So yeah, they go back to the town. They're trying to figure out like the mystery of what happened at Brookline the year before and how they're going to solve it. And then there's some new characters added, and there's a really good twist in here, and I don't want to give it away, so I'm not going to say too much. But honestly, it's a really good book. And the way that the story continued from book 1 to book 2, flawless. Like, so good. And like, as soon as I finished book 1, I was like, oh, I need to read like at least 2 chapters of book 2 to figure out what's happening. Like, that kind of good. And then this one is Catacomb. So this is the last book out of the first series, I guess, because there is a prequel, like I said, but I don't have that. So I'm going to look into getting it, though. Hopefully I can find it at like one of my thrifty places. And this one is... So like these two kind of tie in together more, and this one's like a little bit after, because now they're going to go into college. So they go on like a road trip, and it kind of explains like their road trip and like what they find and like the mystery of like their past as well. It's really good. Like, I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't know how to do this better because honestly, I want to give away spoilers, but I don't think that I should. But it's really good. Like, the characters are good. There is a good introduction of new characters in all of the books. The writing is fantastic. Like, the author, Madeline here, amazing writer. So good. Like, instantly gripped, and I felt like I related to the characters, and I really liked the characters. She had, like, a good backstory of the characters without, like, spending too much time on their backstory, but you felt like you knew them, if that makes sense. I hope it does. So there was some people added in the second one, and then there's some people added in the third one as well. I do have like my little notes here, so I'm just checking over to make sure. So, oh yeah, they're on a road trip. There's some new people found. It's an excellent tie-in, and I would definitely like to read more books in this series is what I wrote down. I don't want to give too much away. So overall, I would give those like 3 stars, 3.5 stars, 4 stars even. Like, the novels really kept me like engaged and involved, and I wanted to read more about them. So yeah, I definitely would recommend them again to anybody. I think they're good reads, and they're also very creepy, and like they have good scary parts, and like it made me sweat a little bit even. Like, they were really fun to read. So the next series that I have is the Anna Dressed in Blood series. So I had this one originally, and then I realized like halfway through this one that this is like a sequel. So it's like a duology. I think they call them duologies. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that because that's what I think they're called. And sorry, I just need a sip of my water here. I had to order this from my Indigo because I couldn't get it at like my local bookstore, and I couldn't find it anywhere for thrifting. I didn't really go thrifting a whole bunch this month. I wasn't feeling 100%, like I had a migraine and everything, so I didn't really want to be out. But this one is about a ghost hunter named Cass, and he moves into a Canadian town, which is sweet because I'm Canadian, so that was cool. And he goes hunting this girl named Anna, and she's a ghost, and she's like stuck in a house, and she wears a dress that's like covered in blood, and anybody that goes into that house, she kills. Like, so he's a ghost hunter. He kills ghosts so that they're not killing other people. That's like the story of it. It is such a good story. Like, honestly, both of these series, fantastic. Would highly recommend. Very good. Definitely, like, honestly, this is like pushing a 5-star for me. There's comedy, there's scariness, there's weird twists, there's like romance. It's amazing. This story is so fantastic. So Cass and his mom go to this town in Ontario, and they go and they research the house. They figure it out. His mom's like she's like a white witch, I guess they call her in the book. And she makes like candles to support them and stuff like that. And she sells them at like the local store, and I don't know, she's like very good at getting in, being friends with people in town, which is cool. And he goes to high school and he meets some friends, and his friends are Thomas and Caramel, like the candy caramel, which I always want to say is caramel, but that's not it, it's caramel. So yeah, it's a pretty funny story. And I mean, it's like funny and it's sad and scary and like romantic. And again, I could, like, as soon as I was finished this one, I wanted to get this one, but I had to wait like 3 days because it wasn't in town yet. So I'm glad that I got it, but I'm not very far in. Like, I'm only on page 89. So I haven't gotten that far in yet. And this one seems to be like more scary than this one was originally. This one kind of had more of a, like a twist that's really cool. And also like a twist that was scary in it. And this one just seems to be kind of scary so far. So this one, I might read a little bit slower, and it might be in the freezer a little bit more because it's a little bit more scary. But yeah, so that was what I read for October. So awesome for this channel because I read 4.5 books in, well, this one I guess wasn't really part of the October book because I didn't get it until November, the beginning of this week. But yeah, so I read 4 books in October, which is awesome because I haven't read that much in a long time. So I'm pretty excited for the fact that I'm doing the book channel like videos so that I can actually read the books as well. That's like a bonus for me. And it gives me some time away from like my job and my video games. And I don't like, we're still doing the whole you gotta stay away from people thing, like especially where I am. So it's kind of giving me like a hobby where I'm like having a good time with it and not like worried about stuff, if that makes sense. Okay, I guess that's all I have. Please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and all of that fun stuff that I like to say at the end, but I should say at the beginning, but I'm never gonna get there, I don't think. I don't really know what to say about that. I will have some other videos coming to you guys this week. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm gonna get a couple of boxes in because I don't really have anything right now, but we'll figure it out. Thank you so much for spending a couple of minutes of your day with me. I'm really excited that you guys are here, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!